In other news, US President Donald Trump has taken to Twitter to tear into the nation's FBI. Trump tweeted, after years of Comey with the phony and dishonest Clinton investigation running the FBI, its reputation is in tatters. The worst in history. But fear not, we will bring it back to greatness. The attack comes as Trump denied asking the former FBI Director James Comey to drop an investigation into his fired National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Trump tweeted, "I have never asked Comey to stop investigating Flynn, just more fake news covering another Comey lie." And earlier, Trump changed part of his story about why he fired Flynn. The former general has pleaded guilty to the federal offense of lying to the FBI. He's cooperating with the investigation into possible collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. Trump said there had been an erosion of trust between them. But now Trump says the dismissal was because Flynn had lied to both his vice president and the FBI. Scott Lucas is a professor of international politics at Birmingham University and joins us now. Thanks so much for joining us, Professor Scott. Now, what impact does this tweet have on Trump and Robert Mueller's investigations?
Well, if you take the tweets all through the weekend, what you've got is an increasingly desperate Trump. That's for two reasons. First, of course, Michael Flynn's guilty plea in cooperation with Mueller can only point upward. The next target for Mueller will probably be Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and we're getting more and more evidence of contacts between the Russians and Trump's inner circle. But secondly, Trump compounded this yesterday with a tweet when he said he knew Michael Flynn had lied to the FBI. He opened himself up to obstruction of justice charges. And that is, of course, because he, according to James Comey, told the FBI director to drop an investigation into Flynn. And dropping an investigation into someone who's accused of a felony is clear obstruction of justice. So that's why we have what Trump is doing today. He is attacking Comey. He's attacking the FBI. He's indirectly attacking Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Because the only way that Trump escapes this investigation without being forced to resign is to undermine its credibility. Okay. And we're seeing the first wave of that.
Okay. Now, what is likely to happen to Trump if he did indeed know that Flynn had lied to the FBI?
We know that Mueller has been investigating Donald Trump for months over possible obstruction of justice, including the firing of James Comey as FBI director in May. If Trump went to Comey in February, the day after Flynn had been dismissed, and told Comey to drop the investigation, that is interference in the Trump-Russia inquiry. That is possible obstruction of justice. He cannot be charged with a criminal charge for that while he is president, but it is a political charge that would probably lead to his impeachment.
Okay, and just a bit more in detail, what would be next exactly for Trump? Will he be able to recover from this?
I mean, there are two fronts here. One front is, as we've seen with the passage through the Senate of the tax cut proposal, oh yes, there's still some authority for Trump. The problem is that the Trump-Russia investigation, I think, will gather pace. I do think Jared Kushner could well be the next person who really would be a high-profile possible indictment in the spring. And at that point, Trump really has the final choice. Does he resign before he is impeached? I do not see him escaping the Trump-Russia charges, not as good as Robert Mueller is, and not while we have as much evidence as we see accumulating.
Okay, thanks so much for that analysis. That was Scott Lucas, a professor of international politics at Birmingham University.